Narrative designer from Square Enix, previously Life is Strange, terminated, part of org called Limit Break Mentorship, lobbying agency for marginalized people in video games, intending to replace cis-het white men. Are we serious right now? Fortunately, found out that I'm impacted by the latest Square Enix layoffs while I'm on my honeymoon. Gotta be honest, folks. SE was my dream company. Now I'm shattered. Hold the phone. What is this? People in leadership or senior roles are mostly cis-het white men, as most underrepresented people tend to burn out and leave the industry before they are given a chance. Blah, blah, blah. Keep the games industry rich with diverse talent and passion. Show that 67% of people working in the games industry are male, and compared to 30% of female and 3% non-binary workers. Female representation in the workplace is significantly under the national average of those in work. How about you fucking go work in the mining shafts where there's all these men freaking dying of lung cancer, and go be a firefighter where there's a fucking a lot of men. How about that? God damn it, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point, man. I'm serious. Go work out in the middle of an ocean freight. Yeah, where the risk of death is like 1 in 10. It's so fucking stupid. Trans people make up 4% of the gaming industry workforce. The game sector is a young industry with 2/3 of people working in the sector aged under 35. Or 35 and under, but only 54% have worked in the first 5 years or more. Anyway, rip bozo. Welcome home. Welcome home, rip bozo. Time to put the fries in the bag. I'm so happy that this performative BS, this bullshit, is finally coming to an end. This literally is racist, sexist bullshit that exclusively targets what men for the sole purpose of making these Karens feel good, and in the process makes games fucking awful, and then they bomb, and then they say, oh, it's the incels' fault. I'm so sick of these Karens, man, forcing their way into this space that is not theirs, a space that is primarily male, and then demanding that it not only change to accommodate them, but also to accommodate every marginalized group to satisfy their, like, suicidal empathy. It's a cancer. It's genuinely a cancer. That needs to be stomped out. Fire all of them. You do a bad job in a video game? Pfft, see ya. Make games good. Let diverse characters happen naturally. Let gay characters happen naturally. Stop putting them on checklists for your quota and forcing them into every fucking game under the threat of white Karen cancellation on fucking Twitter. If you want to hire women, hire the fucking nerdy girls that love the games as they are. The girls that love Warhammer and Halo and Gears of War and Dota and Counter-Strike and WoW. Like, if they love the games, then let them be. If you're trying to work in the games industry for any studio, it should be because you love the work that they do. And then the games that they put out, not because you want them to demand them to change and accommodate for your needs. It reminds me of, like, what was that? It was the person that was, like, doing weapon design for Halo, and then he said, oh, I hate guns, and I think that the guns in Halo look too much like real life guns, and we gotta change that or something. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what he said, and that blew my mind. It's like, why are you working for that game then? The game about guns. I love the stats too. Oh, the horror. The working in the games industry are only 30% female. Yeah, no shit, man, because it's not for you. You don't play the fucking games. Fire up Dota or Arc Raiders or any other popular game on Steam right now. And the max you'll usually see is 10% female. It's usually also way smaller than that. It's gotten way bigger over the years. Like 2 to 3% on average, I would probably say. Why would you want a demographic that doesn't majorly participate in the hobby of any given thing to then completely take over the development of that thing? It makes no fucking sense to me. It's mind-blowing. It has to start at the bottom, encourage more women to study computer science. Now you've automatically got more female game devs. That's not true. I fucking hate that logic. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to ream you out. As a girl that went to school, I got shoved STEM down my fucking gullet. I hated it. I did biology and physics and chemistry, and I studied it at college. I kind of hated it low-key because it was shoved down my throat that I needed to be an engineer. I don't particularly like that kind of thing, and I was forced to do it. That happened with a lot of chicks in my school. If you want to do, like, whatever you want to do, if you're a super nerdy chick, yes, absolutely. I think there should be funding for it. But if you force it down everyone's throat and be like, well, women need to be in STEM, it's like, if you want to be in STEM as a woman, please, I want them to be supported, but you shouldn't be forcing everyone to do it. I hate that shit. Women make different career choices than men. Yes, absolutely. If you want to be a woman in STEM and you want to be a cancer researcher or a doctor, please go ahead. I love that for you. But like, holy crap. Forcing people to do things that they don't really want to do is like, it's just a disaster. Ugh, just pisses me off. You can encourage people all you want to do like the thing that you want them to like, I guess, like be funded for, or you want to you have more game devs, but that doesn't mean that there's actually going to be more game devs. So generally speaking, women are not that much more into math than men. There are exceptions to the rule, but it's not that common. That's why you don't see a lot of nerdy mathematicians that are women. Like it's like 9 out of 10 are men. It's not because like women are bullied out or anything like that. It's why you don't really see a lot of male nurses. You do see them, but it's like an 8 out of 10 are like 8 out of 10 are women, and then 2 out of 10 are men. Yeah, it's hard to force behavior. I hate math. Yeah, me too. I mean, I passed all my classes. I just don't like it. My brain doesn't like it. But anyway, Ryan Murphy, her Twitter account got locked. She locked it. Uh-oh, stinky. Whoa. Again, so I actually saw the original post she made a few days ago, and the top comments were like, so sorry. There's like so many people in the comments being horrible to you. So I'm not surprised she went protected. I scrolled through a lot of them. I didn't think she would go protected, but then again, what a surprise. You just pissed a lot of people off. You were gatekeeping white men from getting work in an industry that they love, and simultaneously making that industry worse. You can't even objectively deny that a lot of games recently have come out that are just dog shit, especially from AAA. So I'm not surprised people didn't have good things to say about you. I ain't gonna hold you. Why are you surprised? You clearly didn't read the room. Mostly AAA, exactly. And that's who they want to work for. They want to work for AAA. Series of layoffs at Square Enix, mostly targeted at UK office and PR departments. Good. Good. Welcome home. Lucy Hale, brand video creator at Square Enix. Life is Strange TikTok lead. TikTok lead for Life is Strange. What the hell? They dedicated a salary for this person? Oh my lord. Hey team, unfortunately my role has been impacted, blah 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 blah. Global PR manager at Square Enix. Global PR manager at Life is Strange at Square Enix. Square Enix, 10 years. Senior QA manager, QA director, assistant QA manager at Quebec. So the Canadian one got shut down. Japanese English interpreter at Square Enix. Assistant manager project communications. Senior director of marketing. Wow, 7 years. Damn, I don't know, man. It's time to get a new job, I suppose. Of course. Welcome. Oh, the UK version. It's got fish and chips. Instead of McDonald's, it's got fish and chips. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking cry. That's so it's so good. Oh man. Oh jeez, I got tears in my eyes. I do love me some fish and chips. Yeah, I gotta put in an application to fish and chip shop. Again. Again, all of these women, except for the bottom right, I think it was. This person is like senior director at managing. They're all just marketing, man. Like, looks like they're cleaning house, honestly. It's interesting that they're targeting the PR departments. Probably because they're getting completely out of control. Is there like anything worse than having Karens in a PR department? I've dealt with Karens before, and usually they're in PR. It's very rarely they actually, now that I think about it, I've had jobs and it's 99% women. For PR, I mean, sorry. I feel like in a lot of ways that can like kill a company, because if you have like Karens in charge of what is and isn't acceptable behavior, it could like fundamentally alter like what even the creative team deems appropriate to put in their video games. Like, again, I'm not saying that's what happened, but I could see that being a possibility. People have talked about in Concord how people were too scared to go against the grain. We saw it with a bunch of people that used to walk at Firewalk Studios, and they said, yeah, like, we talk about, like, you know, going against the grain with, like, Concord, and people would be like, no, I don't like that. That's not comfy. Karens are telling everyone off or firing them if they're not completely politically correct. The vibe shifts in the office, and then the type of people that stick around and are hired begins to change, and then the new demographic comes out of politically correct people who are all working on X game, begin pushing for certain things, representation, inserting their empathy into their work, and before you know it, the game is bland, stale, has token women, minorities, and gay characters that the consumer then hates on because they're only there because like the devs were held at Karen gunpoint in the office, so they don't really have any real meaning or story and turn out to be annoying, not well-written bad characters. We've seen it many, many times. American localizers have been horrible for ages. Yeah, this is Japanese English interpreter too. I wonder if that's like word for, what is it called? Like localizer. Yeah, put a chicken and make it gay! Look at that South Park episode. Now, if only they made any good games. Yeah. It's happening, man. It's happening. They're dying. John Heinecke, the chief publishing officer and head of the Western branch of Square Enix, has officially resigned ahead of the wave of layoffs. He responded, "Piss off to concern of woke ideology in video games." Heinecke was the direct voice of the Western market to Japan. Chief publishing officer. Yesterday, I announced to my team at Square Enix that I've decided to resign from my role as Chief Publishing Officer effective on November 21st. This has been a difficult decision as it means that I must part with a very talented group of high-performing and passionate co-workers, friends across the US and Europe. It's been a distinct honor to lead and work alongside such an amazing team. I want to thank everyone throughout the 7 years of my company. I'd like to thank your energy keeps our teams fueled more than you know. Chief Publishing Officer Americas. Work closely with Japan as senior leader of Western publishing businesses. Interact directly with CEO and leadership team in Japan to illustrate needs and challenges in Western markets and to propose solutions. That's Corpo Borpo talk of changing things to cater to a Western audience. When AAA starts pushing agendas gamers don't want to see, they pay for it by not buying the game. Fire the long-term failing CEO and the staff that embraced woke ideology. Oh, piss off. Isn't Final Fantasy like having one of the worst expansions in recent years? Yeah, I don't know. You suck at your job? I don't know. I feel like you should just be let go. Don't keep a bad cook around. Why are we bothering to pay them? He did not like that. Ooh. Ooh. Like, he doesn't like being told the truth because the truth stings. It hurts. Like, at the end of the day, the market for woke content in video games is essentially non-existent. The people they cater to don't play video games. They cry on Twitter. They'll tweet in support of it and say how happy they are when they see woke changes made to video games, but they won't buy it. The people that do buy video games, they play Baldur's Gate 3 and they just have fun and they don't care. They don't tweet about it. They don't tweet about how, you know, my character has a pee-pee. All of these ideologically captured infiltrators in this like game dev industry world can only hope for one thing: to be able to sell you their fucking nasty slop. The second that actual gamers decided to stop being this dog shit, the second that everything fell apart for them. Like, thank God, man. I'm so happy. I'm so happy now. They're losing their jobs. Maybe they'll hire people that actually do their job. Piss off. We have now had years and years and years, dozens upon dozens of examples of new games either being made with like woke bullshit in mind or co-opting existing franchises to like pander to these massive woke crowds on Twitter. And almost all of them have universally failed. At the bare minimum, not a single one has gone on to be like a smashing success. Dragon Age, Concord, Dustborn, whatever it's called. AC Shadows, that Star Wars game that was just absolutely horrific. The list just keeps growing. Oh yes, Suicide Squad was another one where they changed what was it Mrs. Frozen or whatever it's called, and it's like she's lesbian now. What was it called? Oh god, I remember talking about it. It was so funny. Yeah, Mr. Freeze to Mrs. Freeze, and then they just said she's lesbian, like just out of nowhere. Like, you can't keep ruining games, man, because the only thing more powerful than enraged Karens, I know this is gonna sound crazy, is enraged shareholders. If you're killing studios and making people up there, up at the top, lose money, causing like investments to tank, things are gonna change. And that's what's happening. They're finally like, what are we paying these people for? They finally took a few steps too far, and the culture is shifting to the point that normies don't even want to buy your games if they can smell the woke bullshit in it, and to top it off, they're just fucking bad. Like, it's unironically becoming like the Sixth Sense kind of feeling. Kind of like how most people who are terminally online can spot AI, or they get like really suspicious of it. I think gamers have had such a bad taste left in their mouth after spending their money on a game that turned out to be dog shit that they've recently become more vigilant. Not to mention like the economy and like being more wise up to like how they're spending their money. People are starting to pay attention to comments. They're Googling the game and opinions before they buy it because they need to know. Is it worth it? Is it worth $60? They're completely disregarding gaming journalists, which is why a lot of them are going out of business. Polygon is dying. Eurogamer should be dying too, and it will be. The traffic to their websites is at an all-time low. We've seen in the graphs, the Google Trends, 1,000,000 times by now. Instead, people are just looking on Twitter or YouTube or watching people play on Twitch and talking about the game. Like, the world is healing, chat. They're going to the people that they like. And they're like, do you like this game? And they said, yeah, it's alright, it's not bad. And they're like, okay. And then they go on to the next person and they find out. With price increases going to be even more important. Yeah, people are really trying to think like, fuck, man, how do I spend my money? Would I rather spend my money on a $60 AC Shadows game that doesn't even work and has a dog shit story and dog shit combat that doesn't make any fucking sense? Or do I spend $60 on 6 games that are like $10 and I have a lot of fun out of them? A lot of dog shit games people do research, don't forget. Yeah, of course. Why would you not research at this point? I've become like super picky about what I get. You know? 1 AC slop or 3 silk songs. That's right. I'm picking the non-slop game. Yep. Or people, even better, people are playing old games. Yeah, people are playing their old Steam library because they want to get away from these people. I don't know, man. Rip Bozo, welcome home. Yeah, it's over for you. Welcome home. Where's the little Pepe? Welcome home. Oh, so good, man. So good.